All right, Jim, explain what's going on here.
All right. So what we're doing, we're melting lead, and we're getting the slag, which is all the excess material that was on the outside of the lead, dirt, depending on where these lead that I got here was water pipe from the city. So it was dug up, but that's what we're doing. So we're just melting it, getting it all cleaned up. We're going to add some more lead. And watch it melt.
The idea of getting the impurities off is that when you put the lead into the mold, this will make air pockets and it won't be smooth, and it actually will make it not adhere to the hook as well.
What temperature does the lead melt at?
It's 456, something like that.
Yeah.
Hot. Stay nice and warm.
Tommy, what are the safety things we have to worry about melting lead?
Number one is don't splash anything, don't drop anything into the lead. When you're pouring the lead, pour it very slowly. It has a tendency to spill over. It goes right through your clothes, it'll burn right through your shoes. We wear heavy duty gloves, usually a heavy grade leather glove, an apron if you have one, which is good. And of course you should be wearing leather shoes, not sneakers.
What about ventilation?
Well, that's why we're going to do it outside. We do it outside because that's probably the safest place to do it. Never do it indoors or inside a garage. You're taking, the fumes are toxic.
So you're getting all those impurities out of there, because all that stuff is floating to the top.
Yep. You can see the lead is like water, but heavy water. If you can imagine, it's about the consistency of a chocolate cake or mashed potatoes almost.
Yeah, we have some basic tools you need to do some sinker pouring and some bucktail pouring. We have molds, two different types of molds. We have our hooks that are going to go into the molds. We have our pouring ladles here, and we have something to trim off some of the excess lead. Use some type of a diagonal cutter or a wire cutter. And this one here, we're going to put some brass eyelets in to make them swing hooks. So we have those.
Pull them out.
Okay. And you'll see the style of hooks. This is a homemade mold that we made to make bucktail. And of course, a pair of heavy-duty gloves and a file to clean them up. They're going to be a little bit rough and ragged on the edges. You just have to clean them up with a file. Oh, look at this, nice.
What are you doing there, Jim?
I'm just clamping this because this is a homemade mold here, so I'm just clamping it. And
like jet clamp it?
What kind of lead head you got in there? So
it's just the one I copied. It's a mixture of a combination of a jetty caster and my own creation there.
The Kook Special.
And again, just pour it very slowly.
till it fills?
Till it fills. Try not to overflow the mold. And it dries in pretty much in a few seconds.
Make sure you fill it up to the top because it will seep down into the mold and take up all the air spaces.
That's good, huh?
Right, you want to pour real slow.
Slow down, Jim. Chef of the future.
Zip, zip, zip.
Okay, there we go. So we got one more in place.
You gotta make this a little hotter. It's getting
A little hotter.
It's getting a little. Just a little.
Got the rest of those hooks.
Beautiful.
Done to a turn.
You can smell that lead. My brain cells already dropped down.
And then what you want to do is you want to snip the cool off a little bit. Snip the end
Oh. Right.
over here. What you want to do is, once you have the finished head, you take the clippers and you'll just clip off the file part, and then you want to run it through a file.
Stay still.
Okay, once again.
Because I can't find you. Wait, hold on. Just keep it right there and snip it right there. Go ahead, snip.
All right, snip.
Nice.
And you don't want to...
Excess,
Yeah.
taking the excess lead that sometimes in the seam of the mold, so it gives it a rounder appearance. Make sure you wear gloves. It's still hot. It's going to be hot for a little bit.
Go ahead, Jim.
Again, this mold here is made out of that liquid steel. It's like a two-part epoxy. You buy at any automotive store, and basically it's like a clay. You just mix it together and you mold it against the lure that you'd like, and then again you put a grease on there, and you have your mold pretty much.
How many ounces is that?
This is like a 2-ounce. Equivalent to like a jetty caster. The shape of the head's a little bit different, but basically after the jetty caster. And again, you want to clamp it so you don't leak. Then once again,
Show the dimple.
dimple in there.
Yeah, you see, it actually will take a lot more lead when you want to overflow, make it come up to the top, so that you have a full mold.